everyone, good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well and staying home and staying safe. I am so privileged to be speaking here today for Relay for Life Santa Clara and American Cancer Society. I spoke at the health and wellness event that happened last year, and I spoke about using spices for cancer prevention, and I'm so excited and honored to be invited here this year as well to talk about boosting our immunity by making lifestyle changes that actually don't cost a dime. We are all home right now because of the lockdown, but once the lockdown is lifted, we may get exposed to the coronavirus, and when that happens, we need to keep our immune system in good condition to make sure that even if we come in contact with the virus, our body has the ability to fight it. And what better time than now? We have a lot of time on our hands, and now is a great opportunity to use this time to get healthier, to get fitter, and get stronger. So before we dive into today's presentation, I want to take a minute to briefly introduce myself. My name is Prajwala Darok, Praj for short. I am a microbiologist turned certified holistic health and wellness coach, and I have a private practice called Bright and Light Wellness. And in my practice, I coach people on how to transition into a healthier lifestyle by making small, easy, sustainable changes in their everyday lives. I teach people how to learn to listen to their bodies, how to learn to communicate with their bodies, to understand the subtle signs and symptoms that our bodies constantly give us. And we can heal ourselves by just listening to our bodies and allowing it to heal itself. So, that's a little bit about me, and if you want to know more about me, please do check out my website, brightandlightwellness.com. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. My YouTube channel is Prajwala Darok, my first and last name. So let's dive right into today's presentation. So I am going to be presenting, and I will take your questions later. So if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section, and I will address it at the end of the presentation. So today I will be talking about 5 easy ways to boost our immune system naturally. I have my cheat sheet right here, so I'm going to be looking at it every now and then, just so I don't forget or miss a point. Our immune system is our body's defense mechanism. Our immune system is the first and last line of defense in the human body. It's taking care of us constantly. It's fighting infections and pathogens and antigens all the time. Whether we are awake or whether we are sleeping, our immune system is constantly working. And it doesn't take a lot to take care of our immune system. It needs good nourishment through good food, and it needs the right amount of exercise and right amount of sleep and a calm body to function efficiently. Now, it does not function optimally if our body is under chronic stress. So let's talk about these 5 lifestyle changes that we can make that will actually help boost our immune system. First thing is nutrition. But before I talk about what are some of the foods that we need to eat, I am going to talk a little bit about our digestive system. Our digestive system and our immune system, they kind of go hand in hand. So all the organs in the human body work in collaboration with the other organs in the body. So it's really important to first take care of our digestive system. How it works is we eat our food, and our digestive system breaks down this food. And once this food is broken down, our digestive system works on absorbing and assimilating the nutrients and then sending it out to the bloodstream. And this is where our immune system gets its nourishment from to function efficiently. Now, what are some of the things that we can eat to boost our immunity naturally? Number one, have a wholesome, real food diet. Fruits and vegetables like berries, cooked tomatoes, mushrooms are great to boost our immunity. Second, include antioxidant-rich herbs and spices. Now, I talked about this last year as well. Some of the spices include garlic, ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, black pepper, turmeric. These are some of the spices that have antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal properties. So they really help boost our immunity. Next, we have antioxidant-rich herbs. Herbs are really great. They're very potent. A little bit goes a long way. Same with spices, a little bit goes a long way. What are some of the herbs that we can include? We can include herbs like parsley, cilantro, oregano, rosemary, thyme. Thyme is great when you're congested. So just drinking some thyme tea when you feel congested helps relieve some of that congestion. So these are some of the herbs that can be had as tea, like you can brew these as herbal teas, or if you are not a fan of herbal teas, you can always add them to your cooking. They don't just have medicinal property, but these herbs and spices also enhance the flavor of your dishes. I have some recipes on my blog if you want to check it out on how to use herbs and spices in your everyday cooking. Number 3, include probiotic and prebiotic rich foods in your diet. Now, probiotics are these gut-friendly bacteria that help in facilitating good gut function. So when our digestive system is working well, then our immune system will work efficiently. As I said, they go hand in hand. So what are some of the probiotic rich foods? These include fermented foods like apple cider vinegar, yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, and kefir. These are some of the foods that are fermented that are really good for our gut. Now, what are prebiotic foods? Prebiotic foods are the foods that actually feed the gut bacteria, feed the probiotics. So these include green leafy vegetables, cruciferous vegetables like cabbage, bok choy, cauliflower. These are really great for our body. They help feed the gut-friendly bacteria, so our digestive system is happy. Next, number 4 is water. Water is really, really important. 70% of our cells are made up of water. So it's really important to drink adequate amount of water throughout the day. Now, canned sodas and sugary sports drink cause more harm than good. So if you want some flavored water, try infusing your water with fresh berries. They taste great. You get your vitamin C, which is another great factor for boosting your immune system naturally. Let's move to point number 2, which is exercise. Now, this is something that people are always on the fence about. There are days when I get my workouts in, but there are days when I don't even have the motivation to get off my couch. So this happens to a lot of people. I have my own clients complaining about this. Now, exercise is not just about getting a workout in. It's about staying active throughout the day. Now, a lot of us we work out maybe for an hour a day, but then the rest of the day, we are sitting at our desks. So what that happens is over a period of time, it leads to a sedentary lifestyle. Now, when we get into that sedentary lifestyle, that's when all the problems start. We start gaining weight, or some of us may become overweight, which can lead to other kinds of chronic issues later on, like type 2 diabetes. It can lead to hypothyroidism. It can lead to other kinds of issues. So it's really important to stay active throughout the day. Now you can say that, hey Praj, you know what, I have to work 8 to 9 hours a day and I don't have the time to stay active throughout the day. Now, how can we stay active throughout the day? So for every 1 hour we sit, we need to get up and move around for 5 minutes. That's possible, right? So you can take a meeting while you are walking. You can just stand up and take your meetings. You can just do some squats while you're working or listening to, a meeting, or if you are on an audio only mode, that is. So those are some of the simple things that we can do to stay active throughout the day. Now, the second thing is find a workout that works for you. Let me explain. So just because your best friend runs marathon doesn't mean that you will love training for it. Maybe running is not your kind of thing. Maybe yoga is. So find a workout that works for your unique body type. Holistic nutrition has this concept called as bioindividuality, which means that we are all unique individuals, and what works for one person might not work for the other person. So find a workout. This is true even with food. So there are certain superfoods that work for certain people, and certain superfoods may cause more harm than good. So really important to find out what works for us. Find someone who can help you find out what works for you. So that's about exercise. Stay active throughout the day and find an exercise routine that works for you. And this is a non-negotiable, in my opinion. Getting in 30 minutes of exercise every day is really, really important to get our blood circulating and to boost our immune system. Third thing I wanted to discuss is sleep. Now, this is something that we all take for granted because it's free. We pay for our food, so we don't want to waste it. We pay for gym memberships, so we make sure we go to the gym, at least some of us do. And the third thing, sleep. This is something that is free, so we take it for granted. But sleep is really, really important. Sleep deprivation decreases our immunity by 60 to 70%. There's plenty of research that proves this. Even if you eat healthy, even if you exercise well, if you are not able to get good quality sleep, then your immune system will not function efficiently. Our immune system rejuvenates, regenerates when the body is in complete rest. So we have to sleep, we have to get good quality sleep in order for our immune system to do all the magic that it does. And it only does this when our body is in the state of complete rest. Healing happens when our body is in the state of complete rest. Whether it is cancer, whether it is diabetes, whether it is hypothyroidism, whatever chronic issue it is that we are dealing with, our immune system can help us heal only when our body is resting. Even injuries for that matter, people who have broken their arm, broken their leg, they need to rest. Why? Because rest is when all the magic happens. Now, there are a lot of people who find it hard to sleep at night. So what are some of the things that we can do to get good quality sleep? Number one, turn off your gadgets 1 hour before bedtime. Now, how many of us actually do this? We don't. Theoretically, we all know this. Some people say that, oh, you have to turn off gadgets 2 hours before bedtime. But it's not practical. So at least aim for an hour before bedtime. Second thing, do some meditation, do some pranayama, do some, breathing, just deep cleansing breaths to help you get into that sleep mode, and hopefully you will get a good night's sleep. So 2 things about sleep: put your gadgets away an hour before bedtime, and the second thing is do some calming restorative yoga or meditation or breath work just before you go to bed. Number 4, stress. Now, there is a strong link between our immune system and our mental health. Research shows that when our body is stressed, then our body releases certain stress hormones called cortisol. And these stress hormones, cortisol, suppresses our immune system. Research has also shown that people who are stressed are more susceptible to common colds. So this clearly means that their immune system is weak. Now, stress is one of the leading causes for most of the chronic issues that we face lately. What happens when we get stressed is that our body releases these stress hormones called cortisol. So our heart starts pumping more blood, and that blood rushes to the organ that needs it the most. So this is called sympathetic state. So this is the fight or flight state. This is a state when our body needs to get certain things done. Let's call it deadlines, right? We have multiple deadlines. We are working all the time. So our body, releases these stress hormones and we finish our deadlines. But here's the most important thing. Once this happens, we have to work on bringing our cortisol levels down. And that we can do it. This state is called the parasympathetic state or the rest and digest state. This is when our body actually recovers from all the stress that it has gone through. Now, how can we avoid stress? Well, here's the fun fact. We can't. Unfortunately, we live in an environment that is highly stressful, especially here in the Bay Area. So we cannot avoid stress, but we can always adopt a few strategies to help manage the stress better. Now, what are some of these strategies? Exercise. Exercise is a great stress reliever. When we exercise, our body releases endorphins, which are happy hormones. So it makes you feel happy. It helps bring the cortisol levels down. Number 2, meditate. Meditation helps bring our stress levels down. Meditation is really powerful. Even if you cannot meditate for 2 hours or 3 hours, you can meditate just for 15 to 20 minutes a day. Just focus on your breath. It's free of cost. Again, it doesn't cost you a dime. These are some of the strategies that are absolutely free, and we need to utilize these strategies. So meditation is a great stress reliever. If you don't want to meditate, just go out for a walk. Listen to your favorite kind of music, and that's a good stress reliever. Spend time with your loved ones. If you have a pet, spend time with your pet. That's a stress reliever. Do things that help you bring your cortisol levels down. If not anything, just focus on your breath. Just take some deep cleansing breaths for maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute. I am not saying that this will get rid of your stress, but this will definitely help bring your cortisol levels down. Next, 5th point is emotional and spiritual well-being. Now, this is something that not a lot of people talk about, but we human beings are much more than the food that is there on our plate. So these are all primary foods that nourishes us from the outside. So our emotional well-being is extremely important. Research shows that happiness boosts our immune system. So when we are happy, our immune system is functioning efficiently. Now, happiness is definitely a state of mind. We all have the ability to choose to be happy. So our cells listen to what our mind says. So when we think positively, when we are happy, we think positively. When we have positive thoughts, then our cells respond in a positive way. When we think negatively, then our cells respond in a negative way. Let me give you an example. So let's say, a person is suffering from a chronic issue, let's say type 2 diabetes. And the person says that, you know what, I don't think I'm ever going to heal. I don't think I'll ever be fine. I don't think my blood sugars will ever be normal again. So that's negative thinking, and that's weighing you down. It's suppressing your immune system because your cells are absorbing this negativity. We need to think positively. You can change your mindset. You can say that, hey, you know what? Yes, I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and what am I going to do now? I am going to do what it takes to feel better, to make sure that my blood sugar comes to a normal range. So when you start thinking positively, when you start saying all these positive informations, our body works wonders. You start feeling happy. Some of the things that can bring us happiness are, there's a lot of research that has gone into things that make us happy. And one of the things is doing some random acts of kindness. Helping people can make you happy. Spirituality is something that can make you happy. Now, spirituality doesn't always mean religion, but if it is religion, if that is the path you want to follow to find happiness, then sure, that might work for you. But tap into your inner self and find out what it is that makes us happy. Meditation is an awesome way to help you understand yourself. You might find joy in helping others. You might find joy in writing a gratitude journal, being thankful to the people who have helped you. That also brings in a lot of happiness. Exercise makes you happy. Again, the endorphins. So do things that bring joy within you, that spark joy in you. This is really important. This is the holistic lifestyle that I am talking about. It's a complete package, and we human beings are complicated, but it's a complete package, and we always have the choice to think positively, to heal ourselves of any kind of chronic issues. We can always heal ourselves because our body has that ability. So let's make our lives wholesome and happy. These were the 5 things that I wanted to discuss. I am going to summarize all the things that I said. So first thing, food, nutrition. Eat foods that are wholesome, that are real food, plants and vegetables and some animal protein. Include antioxidant rich herbs and spices in your diet. Include probiotic and prebiotic rich foods in your diet. Next, and of course, number 4 is drink water. Stay hydrated. Second thing I talked about was exercise. Try to stay active throughout the day, and to find an exercise routine that works for you. Third, sleep. It is really important to get good quality of sleep every day. Now, some things that you can do to sleep better is turn off all gadgets 1 hour before bedtime. And the second thing is do some restorative yoga or breathing or meditation before you go to bed. Fourth, stress. Some easy ways to cope up with stress is meditation, going out for a walk, playing loud music and dancing to it, and just exercise. These are some easy ways to help cope with your stress levels. And number 5, emotional well-being. Maintain a gratitude journal, meditate, take deep calming breaths, or help someone. Helping someone always makes us happy. So find things that spark joy within you. Now these are some things that I wanted to share with you today. So thank you everyone for your time. Thank you Relay for Life and American Cancer Society for giving me this opportunity to be presenting here today. And I do have a disclaimer that I need to say. The information that I provided today is not a medical advice. Please consult with your doctor if you are planning on making any kind of lifestyle changes. And this is something that Relay for Life wants me to say. The Santa Clara Relay for Life has invited a number of community partners to present, and this presentation does not imply endorsement of products or views of the American Cancer Society. So that's something that I wanted to share with you all. So thank you so much. I'm gonna go through some questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. I will be happy to answer some of the questions. Do you guys have any questions for me? This is great. I have a quick question. Why are cooked tomatoes particularly better to help boost the immune system compared to raw tomatoes? Great question, Julian. So cooked tomatoes are rich in something called as lycopene, and the lycopene increases. This is something that helps boost immunity, and the lycopene, here's the amazing fact, increases when we cook our tomatoes. So that is why cooked tomatoes are better for the immune system than raw tomatoes. Well, raw tomatoes are great too because they taste absolutely great, but cooked tomatoes are great to boost your immunity. Any other questions for me? Anyone else? You're welcome. So I guess that's it. I don't see any more questions. So thank you again. Thank you Relay for Life Santa Clara. Thank you American Cancer Society. And thank you all for your time. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. And I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.